It's called ACE for games. And they say it sparks life into virtual characters with generative AI. And if we all know about the AI stuff going on right now, like we know that nobody wants it for the most part. You have some people that are like, yo, makes things easier, whatever the case may be. Then the whole other side is your creativity aspect of it, all the artists, all the people that, create these things that put the time and effort to make all of these games, movies, whatever the case may be. This kind of starts blowing it open for something different. Now, when they talked about this, they kind of touted it as the next thing. Like, oh my gosh, can you imagine being able to speak to a NPC in a game and them be able to react to you almost instantaneously, like Chat GPT, right? Like kind of like that. Like you text somebody or you text them the application, then it gives you an answer back. And this is kind of supposed to be like the same thing in terms of, oh my gosh, what if you could literally just speak into your microphone and be able to talk to the NPC on the screen and it react to what you're saying. When you put it like that, when it's on paper, it sounds phenomenal, right? Like, oh my gosh, like you're telling me I can play an RPG and actually have a conversation with any of the NPCs that I come across, or like the main NPCs or whatever, and like it reacts to how I speak to them. That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. From a gameplay perspective, again, from that creative perspective, you're basically saying that anybody that creates the quests, creates the dialogue, does the voice acting, all of that, they're basically out of a job. You just need the person that's going to be able to handle the AI back end, whatever that may be, right? I don't know how many people it takes to do that, but that's kind of what you're saying. You're saying, well, we don't need voice actor because we can just have AI generate a voice. We don't need dialogue, a script writer, because the AI will just generate whatever it wants to say based on what you say to it, and so on and so forth. Again, from a gamer perspective, I'm like, that's incredible. That's so cool. Anytime a game has implemented something where you can use like a voice feature, I've been always intrigued by it, because it's something you don't see a lot, and it's never been done well. I can't think of any game that's actually been done well. Um, I know there was one, I can't remember which one it was, where you could use your voice, and it was like a horror game, and you could use your voice and like potentially be found in a hiding spot or something. I can't remember what it was, but things like that are kind of cool, I think. But to be able to play like, and this is like a large scope, right? But like, think of like a game like Skyrim. To be able to play a game like Skyrim with your own dialogue and the NPCs that you talk to, basically react to what you say, I think that's incredible. Or think about games like Mass Effect, or any game that gives you kind of like a choose your own adventure or your own dialogue, right? Like, how many times have you tried one where you're like, I like what my options are, but it's not what I would say. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't act like that. Like, this character is supposed to be an extension of myself for the most part. Like, I want the answers to kind of fit into the form of what my character is supposed to be from the beginning of the game to the end of the game. Now, if you could do that with the AI, that's incredible, because that's stuff like Mass Effect was trying to do, what, like over a decade ago. Like, figure out how to create the most customizable adventure that you can without kind of, I guess, alienating the way that people would speak. So they would do like a good, a middle, like a neutral-ish, and then like a bad for the most part. But for an AI to be able to react to all that is insane. Anyways, so they brought out this little trailer for it to kind of showcase what it could do. And I'm gonna be very honest. I wasn't happy with what I saw. I wasn't impressed by it. I think it's got a long way to go. Does it look okay? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it looks all right, but like, I mean, that still image right there is from the demo. Like, it looks okay. It's nothing to write home about, but you know, it is what it is. Um, from my perspective, like, you know, I felt the writing was no different than a really bad double A game. Um, Now they say that, you know, once people, you know, once studios get the hold of the technology and blah blah blah, you know, they can kind of customize it and cater it to themselves, whatever they want to do, and obviously make it more geared towards whatever game they're making, right? Like, this is just kind of a snippet. But if I had to go off of this as like, hey, this is going to be your first impression of this AI created quest game, whatever the hell you want to call it, I'd be like, keep the writers. Like, keep the writers, keep all the people that do all the motion capture and all that stuff, because this isn't going to immerse anybody in anything. Um, you would have thought when they created this, it would have been more complex. When I was reading the actual, this is just like the trailer for it. I actually watched like the keynote of I don't know his name, the CEO or whatever of NVIDIA, talking about it, right? And he he touted it as like this incredible demo of how you're going to be able to speak into your microphone and talk to this AI, and it's going to talk back to you. And then once I play it, you're going to be like, it just sounds like any other NPC. Like, it sounds like a side quest. Even the way that the supposed person is speaking to the AI, it sounds canned, it sounds robotic, it sounds fake. I don't know if this is real time. NVIDIA says it's real time. It's hard to imagine it is. And then it also brings up like memories of those videos that game developers will put out where they kind of show you how to play a game before it launches. And you know that's not how people are going to play it. Like, I'll never forget Sea of Thieves when they showcased Sea of Thieves and they showed the video to that, and everybody's like, "Oh my god! Like, we're on the high seas. This is incredible. Oh my god! Starboard to port bow and all this stuff." And you're just like, dude, nobody is literally gonna sit in game and do this. So I can't imagine somebody's gonna say you can talk into your microphone to an NPC and they're just gonna go, "Hello, how are you doing? Do you have a quest for me?" No. They're going to be absolute assholes the entire time. So I don't know how that's all going to play out into it, or if it's going to be a very limited way of functionality when it comes to talking to an NPC. But anyways, I'm done talking. Let's check this out, and kind of grasp this, because it's there. The technology's there for future iterations of this to be amazing. I don't think it's there yet to be used like within the next year or so. Not at all. But here we go. So now this is supposed to be the actual gameplay. It says hold T to speak.
Hey Jen, how are you?
Unfortunately, not so good.
How come?
I am worried about the crime around here. It's gotten bad lately. My ramen shop got caught in the crossfire.
Can I help?
If you want to do something about this, I have heard rumors that the powerful crime lord Kuman Aoki is causing all sorts of chaos in the city. He may be the root of this violence.
I'll talk to him. Where can I find him?
I have heard he hangs out in the underground fight clubs on the city's east side. Try there.
Okay, I'll go.
Be careful, Kai.
Side quest activated. That is supposed to be the future. of gaming. I don't know how I feel about it. Just listen to how robotic this is. Now watch his face too. His lips don't even go with the
Unfortunately, not
words.
so good.
How come?
I am worried about the crime around here. It's gotten bad lately. My ramen shop got caught in the crossfire.
Like even right there, like that sound looks so weird. The way that he says that, he goes, "My ramen shop." Like who talks like that? Like even some of the worst games that have like characters speaking, at least look like they're kind of making out the words. But who goes, "My ramen shop"? It just looks so awkward.
My ramen shop got caught in the crossfire.
It's almost like it took got caught, and then just used that lip syncing for the entire sentence. So got caught went to my ramen shop got caught in the crossfire. Like, I don't know. But this is supposed to be incredible. And then again, the way that the person on the other end is supposedly doing this.
Can I help?
Like you can see the microphone in the corner. Again, I don't know if this. It's really hard to determine if this was live, like actually a person speaking to this AI, or if this was all just kind of canned and made to look like this is what it could be. But again, can I help? Like, who speaks like that? Like, nobody's just gonna say like these little like broken ass sentences that sound like you're just basically taking a script from a game, which is what it sounds like.
If you want to do something about this, I have heard rumors that the powerful crime lord Kuman Aoki is causing all sorts of chaos in the city. He may be the root of this violence.
I'll talk to him.
He may be the root of this violence. Like, I'm sorry, but like if this is what like future of game storytelling is going to be, then I'm completely out. Because this, even from a side quest perspective, like when you think of games that have had like incredible side quests like The Witcher 3, even Mass Effect, all of those big like legendary stories that have really good side quests. I mean, shit, even Dead Island 2 had phenomenal side quests. And then you see this touted as like AI generative, rah, 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 amazing, gonna change the industry. Ace for Games sparks life into virtual characters. Like, just think about that title. Ace for Games sparks life into virtual characters. What the hell part of this is life?
I am worried about the crime around here. It's gotten bad lately.
I am worried about the crime around here. It's gotten bad lately. That's not life, man. There's more life in a Spider Games RPG side quest than there is in this game, or whatever this
The ramen
is.
shop got caught in the crossfire.
Can I help?
If you want to do something about this, I have heard rumors that the powerful crime lord Kuman Aoki.
Shit, Redfall had more personality than this demo does, and Redfall was terrible. I think we are years and years off from having this technology actually work. So yeah, that's what I wanted to kind of bring up today because especially in light of all like the issues going on in Hollywood with the writer strike and everything, it's funny that this comes out now as well, because then it scares me for what could possibly happen with that industry as well. Because these two, as different as they are, they're really aligned at the same time. So it's like if something like this can be done, what's to say this won't be used in movies? Like, movies are a lot easier to kind of silo the experience, and you can create. I mean, think about it. If this is like predictive and it like understands what's going to happen, and you silo that experience instead of it being into like a choose your own adventure game, you now have a movie where you can have characters talk to each other basically. What do you need animators for? What do you need, again, scriptwriters for? You could just make CG movies and be done with it. Pop one out with AI in the matter of what, like an hour or so, and there you go. There's your movie. And then, return on investment. So it's kind of scary because it's like scripts. What do you need writers for? If you can just have AI create a generic script, which is basically what, kind of like what Netflix has been doing for the past 4 years with all their bullshit ass movies that they bring out. So it's kind of, I don't know. It's just what it feels like. That's where we're headed. And it's scary because it's a lot of the creativity and stuff is going to be gone from this.
Do something about this. I have heard rumors that the powerful.
Yeah. Not the coolest thing. I'm very wary about it. Again, gamer wise, I'm like, oh my god, that'd be amazing. But in reality, it's just not there. It's not there, and it's not going to make anything better, especially if this is the type of quality that we're going to get. It's just not going to happen.